Hello, Mike House here. For some reason, last week, the song I Can See Clearly Now dropped into my spirit. And so I did like I always do when a song randomly comes to mind. I pulled it up and I put it on repeat. Some days later, I decided to Google it because I wasn't sure who wrote the song, and that's always an interest of mine. Only to learn that the songwriter and the performer, one and the same, Johnny Nash, had recently passed. And he passed around the same time that I had pulled the song up in the first place. So I find it interesting how the universe works. But the lyrics of I Can See Clearly Now are extremely profound, ahead of its time, what some may say a higher level of awareness or a higher level of consciousness. As Nash mentioned, we are oftentimes blinded by these dark clouds, which causes us not to be able to see clearly. But when we stop and look around at the blue skies and the blue skies ahead of us, we can see the rainbow that we have been praying for. But in truth, that rainbow had always been there. What trips us up is what we see with our natural eyes, the conditions, the circumstances, and the environment. But as spiritual beings having a human experience, as Wayne Dyer would often say, we have to look at things with our spiritual lens. And then we'll see what's really going on. And when we become aware of this truth, which is within all of us, by the way, the veil or the dark clouds that have us blind will be lifted. Hence, we can see clearly now. It makes me think of the old adage, the truth shall set you free. And the truth is, we were created in the image of God. We were created in the image of greatness. And once we recognize and realize our connection to the source, that's when we will become free. Because there's no lack, there's no limitation in God. Thanks, Johnny Nash, for that timeless song that's still making a difference nearly 50 years later. Thanks for joining.